Welcome to this pre-market watch list video for Friday, October 14, 2022. So yesterday was a bright day for financial markets despite a disappointing inflation figure. Volatility was thriving and the S&P 500 initially opened lower with a significant gap down, but then managed to recover miraculously and eventually closed the session with a day's gain of more than 2.5%. And the same phenomenon occurred with the other indices, and, striking detail, buying volume was significantly higher. And for comparable buy volumes, we already have to go back to May of this year. So let's check if we can find some nice setups for should the positive trend continue today as well. Be careful though, the markets are extremely nervous and sentiment can turn from positive to negative in an instant. And keep in mind that with the weekend approaching, yesterday's early buyers may want to cash in their gains today. So keep a close eye on the indices. As soon as they show signs of weakness, it is advisable not to open new positions or to close open positions early. As always, let's start with the breakout screens. So first and foremost, the breakouts above the 52-week high with strongly increased volume. The first two results are ETFs, as you can see. If you want to exclude ETFs, under the General tab, just select the Type menu and then Common Stock Only or Common Stock ADRs and REITs. And now you have 6 results. Avio Pharmaceuticals is a nice breakout setup above the 52-week high, so adding this one to my watch list. And another one is Amylyx Pharmaceuticals. So healthcare did very well yesterday. Oh, not breakdowns, breakouts. Let's take a look at the sector page. Today, which is the last trading session. So the best performing sector was healthcare, an overall gain 7.5%, and then energy and financials. So let's move on to the breakouts above the 10-day high. 46 results. Again, I'm going to exclude all the ETFs. So for the results, there are quite a few interesting ones. First, Interstate Banksys, breakouts 10-day, and then Chevron Corporation. Imogen is rather close to resistance. Same goes for Continental Resources. M&T Bank Corporation, it broke out above a descending trend line, so I'm going to add it. Health Equity is very close to resistance. It can be of interest for intraday traders on the smaller time frame. Haemonetics, it's very close to it. It tested the resistance at 79, so adding this one to my watch list above the 10 days breakout. RPC is another one that is of interest for day traders. For swing traders, the stop loss, the most logical stop loss, is too far away. Resistance is too close, but it can be of interest for day traders on the smaller time frames. Ryan Specialty Holdings, adding this one to the watch lists, and I will come back to it later. Corsupt Therapeutics, no. CTO Royalties, breakout above this minor sideways trading range. Kimco Realty Corporation, nice bullish engulfing candle, massive volume. Patterson. That's about it. As for the retracement setups, there was only one interesting one for this screen, 20 and 50 SMA US, where ChartMill is looking for stocks which are trading below their 20 daily moving average but above their 50 daily moving average, and where the long-term trend is still bullish. First, I'm going to change the chart settings, so SMA 20 and SMA 50 plotted on the chart. And I'm also going to show you the automatic support and resistance levels, which are recognized by ChartMill itself. The consolidated support and resistance levels at indicator. And as you can see on this chart, Ventix Biosciences, it has a minor price retracement, low volume. Price is below the 20 daily moving average, but still above the ascending 50 daily moving average, which is also close to the identified support level. So for those of you who don't like to trade breakout setups, this is definitely a retracement setups to keep an eye on. So adding this one to the retracement 2050 watch list. So the next retracement screen is based on the force index, and there are some nice setups. Just changing the settings to my retracement force index chart settings. So as a reminder, force index 100 is positive, 14 is positive, and then the force index 2 periods, it's about to become positive, or it just turned out positive, as you can see over here. So first of all, in that way, using these combinations, you can sometimes spot very decent retracement setups, minor retracement setups. So PCG, we had the breakout early October. Now there is a price retracement, low volume, bullish engulfing candle, close to support. So adding it to the retracement force index watch list. Same goes for SBS, a nice doji candle, volume is picking up, minor price retracement, adding it to the watch lists. PGT Innovations, bound to break out. Those are sideways ranges, as you can see. Vertical aerospace is another interesting one. That's a bullish flag. That's the pole, and this is the flag. So a price retracement against earlier support. I would like to see a confirmation candle, a wide range bullish bar or something like that. So I'm going to add it to the watch list. And that's about it, I think. Sideways range, sideways range. If you want to trade ranges, take a look at Flex. It's at the bottom of this trading range, double bottom. Volume is spiking. The short force index based on 2 periods just became positive. A nice bullish engulfing candle, but for myself I'm not going to withhold this setup. And finally, our mean reversion setups based on the Bollinger Bands. There are 2 decent setups, and there is one which I really like, and that is Holis's automation technology. As you notice, a very severe downtrend with 2 consecutive closes below the lower Bollinger Bands, and then yesterday a reversal. The stock gained almost 6% and it regained the lower Bollinger Band. So there is still some room left to the center line, and then the second target is the upper Bollinger Band. I think that Bollinger Bands are one of the best indicators to trade mean reversion setups. And my last video is about Bollinger Bands, so definitely check that one out. I will put a link in the description below so you can watch that video. And the other one which is interesting is LTHM, also a downtrend and a previous close below the lower Bollinger Band. And then yesterday it opened with a gap down, but price recovered, and then at last a wide range bullish bar on higher volume, again above the upper Bollinger Band. So there is a little bit room left to the center line, and the first real target is the upper Bollinger Band. Adding this one to the mean reversion watch list, and also this one, Hollises. Now let's have a quick look to all the setups in our different watch lists. Go to the stock charts, and then first of all we are going to open the breakouts 10-day. As you know, I always change the view to 2 charts, and I'm changing the second chart to the weekly view. In this way I have an overview. On the left is the daily chart, and on the right I have the weekly chart with the ChartMill trend indicator. For the breakouts above the 10-day high, there are 9 results, as you can see. And most of them, the long-term trend is also positive. Then let's head over to the next. So back again to the main chart, and then the breakouts above the 52-week high. Only 2 results, Avio Pharmaceuticals and Amylyx Pharmaceuticals, both of which the long-term trend is also positive. Then the retracement setups below the 20 daily moving average and above the 50 daily moving average. There was only one. Ventix Biosciences, minor retracement to support, and also the weekly chart, the long-term trend is positive. And retracement force index, there were 4. PCG, and on the weekly chart, as you can notice, the first resistance, there is still quite some room to the first real resistance. So these are quite some decent setups. And then finally the mean reversion setups based on the Bollinger Bands, LTHM and Hollises automation, daily and weekly chart again. As always, these are only setups, and by no means is this advice to purchase these stocks in any way. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this video, be vigilant, because the markets are extremely nervous and volatility is sky high. So keep a close eye on the general market conditions and the indices, and as soon as you notice negative sentiment, it's best to not open long positions. Do not chase the market, especially on a Friday just before the weekend begins. There will always be new opportunities in the future. So thanks for watching. I'm already wishing you a pleasant weekend, and I'll see you next time.